Okay. Hey guys, or hello, my voidlings. It's Abyssle here, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. This is part 5, and in the last episode, we elected that we did not want to join the club just yet, which is very reasonable, in my opinion, because, well, I don't really want to join this club, at least at the moment. I don't know them well enough yet, and I've only been here for, like he said, 2 days or so. So, that's too big of a commitment. Plus, I don't really like clubs. So, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let us go. Okay, Hichan. I still hope I'm saying that right. It could be Hikchan. But, you know, I'm just gonna go with that. Or do I want to change it to Hikchan? I don't know. I'll try Hikchan, I guess. Okay, Hikchan. But I hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad. No, really. Really? Hikchan, if you're going to say that, you're saying that it's definitely the truth, and there can't be any mistaking it. I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least. Shizune smiles at that in a mischievous way that feels like twisting the knife in the wound of my loss. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Chichan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. You can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks, it's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. Second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not easily determined as one would think, or not as easily determined. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but there's a plethora of other unmarked ones. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either though, just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It makes sense for the library door to be invitingly open. While this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside, and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I'd anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside, I get inside the room as fast as possible. The meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Silence. This is not what I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently pushes down her teacup, puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Hello there, may I help you? Staring directly, was that wavy-haired girl? That was. staring directly in front of herself. The movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me she's being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she is strikingly distinct. Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat, another seat opposite her. Sorry, I'm reading wrong. It's a tough morning already, I guess. The girl resting the teacup and on this, fuck my life, and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness of her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yakumo? Or yeah. I'm gonna edit that out. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku? Ah, yeah. I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One of which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I cannot read today. Emily Sato. Sato? Yeah. Pleased to meet you. Isao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking their quest in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from the collection of supplies laid out along the shelf, or a shelf. Brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me. Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I've never thought of. While I slightly feel guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer of preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Man, which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. The school library. Shizune and some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into her teacup as she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup, indicating it's being stirred. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi. As are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3 now. That's right, in the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Sato. Tastes really nice. Sato? Sato? Sato. Thank. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes? Correct, I am in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. Taught by Miyagi. Sorry, I had to wax on, wax off. Alright, I'll stop. And is specifically for both blind and partially blind students. Oh, I see. I mean, sorry. Oh man, I feel like slapping myself for the papa. I don't know how to say that. Oops. I'm a shitty writer. Anyway, looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem the least bit put off by it. My, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Ah, sure, sorry, I guess I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which would include her, it seems, all too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another. You come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. I think this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club. So a friend and I use this room for having tea. Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though, such as the such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away, goodness me, seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory? Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Ah, good, that's a relief. Really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. Fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it, as Lily does the same. So I look over to the window over her shoulder, and notice the light coming into the room is distinctly orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still. The time's gone quickly. Sorry. Right, she's blind, of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise to her. I guess she must have lost track of time. Sorry, Isao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to allay her concern. Oh no, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case. True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays. Quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. Excuse me one moment. Wow, that's loud. Man, couldn't hear myself. I might be going in that case. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? Couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it alright. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me. Which they seem to have a habit of doing. My English skills are failing me right now. Holy shit. Sorry, I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Alright, well, with that, I'm going to end the episode here. Sorry for all my failing English shit. I didn't do too well. But, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, a comment, and do all that other shit. And I'll see you guys next time. This is Abyssle, peacing out my boylings. I love you guys. And, bye.